The trailer park has been the hardest level for me for a long time, and I did manage to get through without using 2 first aid kits. I just used 1. But that was when I had the bulletproof suit. Now I'm using the reputation suit, because this is a re-recording, because I forgot how much reputation we needed for the Meth Baron. From this point on in the game, there will be times where I actually use the enemy function in our menu. Normally I don't look to see where the enemies are ahead of time, because you can almost always get in cover before they appear. But the cover placement in this level is a lot more creative and a lot more difficult to work with, so that's actually helpful here. The only safe place to take cover in this section and still get a clean shot at the enemies is right here, behind these specific trash bags. There's a guy hiding behind the trailer, inside the trailer, and over there by the pillar, that guy we just shot. So this is the only safe place to hide. With the bulletproof vest, we could have afforded to be a bit more daring, but not when we're just using the reputation suit. We didn't have the bulletproof vest all the way upgraded yet anyway. We will after this, though. And then the game becomes a lot easier. Having a whole extra health bar is incredibly liberating. This is the last somewhat important flash ram in the game, but we're pretty much done collecting drugs either way. But that flash ram is the one that unlocks the Meth Baron location. And I did promise to show you the Meth Baron. We have to take a shot to get these guys to come out in the open, otherwise they'll take us by surprise and flank us. Because they didn't know we were here at first, but if we just run out there, they'll find us. Luckily the cameras are near the start of the level. They're in the room right next to me on my left. Where's that guy going? I think he just ran in a circle. I like that the trailer park is mostly open with small bits of cover scattered everywhere. It's a big change from the way the rest of the levels have been laid out, where there's a ton of hallways. Like I said, enemies appear from almost every direction in this level. There's also a bit of storytelling with the environment that I doubt anyone paid attention to. You might have noticed that this area used to be a children's park, but it was taken over because presumably people who needed a home moved their trailers in here. And slowly the children's park just kind of decayed because no children are coming in here. There's meth lords in here. There's literally meth sitting out in the open. Not many first aid kits in this level, but this place doesn't exactly strike me as some place that would have first aid kits in abundance either. I get the impression this place was condemned before the trailer park moved in. Maybe it's just all the keep away and stay out stickers and stuff. There's a pool in the center of this area. I'm not sure I would trust this pool. I would probably not swim in it. The water looks kind of disgusting. The pool does make for excellent cover, though. Unfortunately, no matter how much you shoot, the thugs in this section like to stay hidden, just so they can pop out and shoot you in the face. They're fine with screaming at you, though. They don't stop doing that. The worst place to encounter an enemy is inside one of the trailers because it's such a cramped space. But at least we have a shotgun for that, you know? Now, there's meth labs in these 2 trailers in this part. The problem is that when we blow up the meth lab, the trailer blows up with it. So we can't stay in here. I think this is the section... Aw, apparently not. Somewhere in this level I show you that there is a melee attack, but only for objects, not for people. So we can punch the meth lab into exploding. I'll show you that sometime in this level, I'm sure. It is unfortunate that you never really get to use the trailers, or at least the interiors of the trailers, for cover, because they are very useful for that. There's a guy hiding in the bathroom. I mean, he was probably pooping until we started shooting the shit out of everybody. Can you imagine the sheer stress of taking a dump and then you hear gunshots and your friends dying outside? You gotta get that turd out real fast. I don't know what I was looking for in here. Maybe drugs. Yeah, this is where I show you the melee, I believe. Yeah, you punched that meth. Those drugs never saw that right hook coming. We actually can't leave this room until both the trailers explode. If you can't leave a room in this game, it just means you missed an objective somewhere. The drugs were actually behind the trailer, not inside of it. Well, I mean the drugs we can pick up, not the ones we blew up. But they're the same drug, it's just one comes in bag form. Presumably these thugs sleep in their trailers. I don't know how they could sleep soundly with meth labs in their trailers. Especially since apparently the meth lab can blow up just because you bump it too hard. There's a camera up there that would have spotted us and summoned a lot more enemies for this room. The only big deal in this room is that guy standing on top of a trailer. But after you take him out, things are pretty easy. This room's the most straightforward room in the level. Does that say fried gold? Okay, I know the phrase fried gold didn't come from Shaun of the Dead. It's just a foreign phrase in general. But these guys are very American, so I have to assume that the guys who made this video game just really liked Shaun of the Dead. That seems like the most logical answer for that. To be fair, the development studio for this game, Rebellion, is based in England. So maybe that has something to do with it. When I play games like this and I see weird things in the environment, I have to wonder if anybody else even noticed them while they were playing. Or if anyone even looked at the environment at all. There's a billboard in the Monsters, Inc. video game made for the PS1. And it says sugar, salt, fat on it. And that always perplexed me, because what am I talking about? This room is really easy. There is a last first aid kit in here, I think, right over to our right. And that may not seem like much, but it's enough to finish the level. There might be one more toward the end, but I think this is the last one. This room's kind of sparse on enemies, but, you know, we disabled the cameras for a reason.
Who's that crap? We catch you, you're gonna pray for death! Ah!
Who could possibly go through that many emotions in 3 seconds? There was bravado, fear, and confusion all in 3 seconds. And I wasn't anywhere near them during those 3 seconds. And yeah, I'm recalling the location of another medkit further ahead, so never mind what I said. They really like to hide for some reason in this level. I don't know where he's shooting at, because I'm not out there. You do have to actually hit the meth with your fists. It does have a hitbox. I'm not actually sure why they put a hitbox on the melee attack. That seems like it would be incredibly inconvenient for gameplay purposes. We also seem to slide while we use it. These guys are really bad at their job. I ran into 2 completely empty trailers and blowed up both meth labs, and they were nowhere to be seen. If I recall correctly, there are a few normal indoor rooms up ahead that are more close-quartered than what we've seen so far. Yeah. But then it gets really open again. Like I said, most of this level is fairly open, in contrast to everything we've seen so far. Don't get stuck on the garbage bags. You might wonder why I was trying to shoot a trash can, and that's because I thought that's where the drugs were. But your reticle turns white if you're aiming at something that can be shot. It turns out it's in the next room. Sometimes the map can be a bit confusing, but it's never really, you know, difficult to figure out where the collectibles are, because there's only so many places to go. I want to say the issue could be eliminated by making the icons tiny and more precise, but this is on a PSP screen, so maybe that isn't the best idea. Also, you know, it fits with the in-world reason that we can see where the drugs are in the first place. We got this information from Freddy, so it's probably vague information that he got from hearsay. Just knows the general area of the drugs. I wonder who he goes to get information about first aid kits. That seems like a very specific question to ask. Like I said, these two rooms are fairly normal in contrast with the rest of the stage. I do like that they're still unique, though. You don't see these rooms anywhere else still. I'm not sure what you would do with 3 pool tables, though. That seems like a lot. Or vending machines? Do they just, like... I mean, why don't they just store food normally instead of putting it in a vending machine? Is the vending machine like the swear jar? Every time you say, "I'm gonna seriously fuck you up, boy," or "cock fag," you have to buy someone a snack from the vending machine? Who keeps track during a raid like this? Because there is so much cursing going on right now. Maybe it's like an anti-swear jar instead of a swear jar, and you have to buy people snacks when you don't swear? Oh, I just realized, maybe that's why they're screaming so much. They're trying to make sure that everybody knows that they're swearing so they don't have to buy anything from the vending machines. Oh, he has to go put money in the vending machine. I just realized this is exactly like a gated community. It's impossible to get in here if you're a normal person because of all the guys with guns, and it's a scary place. Does that describe gated communities too? I don't know. I've never been in a gated community because it's gated. At least this guy has a TV. I mean, it looks like a really shitty TV. Especially for 2006 when this game came out, but... I guess they're not paid very well, or they are paid very well, and all of them just pitched in to help fund the club we blew up. Maybe that's what it is. That club was their dream, and we killed it. We killed their dream. I mean, now we're killing them and their bodies with our bullets, so maybe that's not so bad. Maybe killing the dream was the least bad thing we did so far. There's only one more room left, but we're just gonna go all the way over here to the right. There's a lot of places for the enemies to hide and pop out at you, but if you stay to the far right, they have to come at you from 3 directions instead of 50 billion directions. And we can just leave now. We don't need to fight the last guy, really. But I fucking killed him anyway.
Identified the industrial estate the chemicals are coming from. They only use the place when they have to, so you may have to wait. I'm here to see the boss. What you got on you? I got nothing to hide. At ease, guys. Satisfied? Okay. Inside. Thanks. Hey! Tannhauser! Now let's talk business. Let's see what you got. I'm on the level, man. I ain't lying, man. Why should I listen? Your turf, your rules. I've seen worse. Okay. Let's talk. It's good stuff. Okay, you got a deal. Nice doing business with you. See him out. We hit pay dirt here. The head of the cartel is Philip Sonderman. You remember him. The Wall Street financier responsible for that big phony share dealing scam. Shut down that factory and
Get the location of Sonderman and the remaining crew.